Hey everybody, and welcome back to Farmboy's Garage. And today we are installing the top draft stop on these Janus international doors. I'll bring you along, show you how to do it. When you buy these doors, it does not come in the instructions on how to install draft stops. Should have already posted a video of the side draft stops, so I'll link I'll post a link to those in the description down here if you're looking for those, and I'll bring you along. All right, the first thing you want to do is you want to have your door all the way down and locked, and then at the top you're going to climb up and you're going to find a ridge up under here. Now this ridge here is real close to the edge, and I made a mistake on the first one I did, was putting the seal here, and sometimes it pops through. So I'm gonna mark this one, but I'm actually gonna put the seal on the next one up, where it'll be up against the header, you know. So I'm gonna mark this one just because it's easy to get to, and just make a little mark there, and then we'll roll it up on the inside and I'll bring it on. Now we're gonna roll the door, and this is a chain drive, so if you got an electric one, you're gonna have probably a little more trouble, but we're gonna roll it until we see that mark made, and then, all right, I see the mark right at the top there. See it there? So the one I want is gonna be the one right under it, so it's gonna be that one. So I'm gonna lock it down right here. Thankfully with the chain, I can just hook the chain in that little thing right there and it'll hold it. All right, so this is the top draft stop, and it's kind of got this thick area right here, and it's flexible here. So when we install it, we want to install it with the thick area down like that. And that way when it comes around, it's actually going to push against the back of it. So if we go this way, I don't guess it really matters, but the instructions say to install it here, and that way when it rolls around, it'll catch like that instead of the other way. So that's what we're going to do. And the instructions also said to use 3/4 inch Tech screws with flat washers. Well, they give some Tech screws with this, but they did not give flat washers. So here's what I'm going to use. These are just sheet metal screws. If y'all can see, the lighting ain't very good in here. Bring it up here. Oh, it's gonna be too bright. Sheet metal screws, and they're 3/4 inch by 8. They have a little bigger head on them than the Tech screws do. But if you want to use flat washers and 3/4 Tech screws, that's your choice. So here's what they look like. So they got a rounded head, so they won't have no hex head sticking up, and they got a little bigger, probably about the same size. You're just going to use a flat washer with 1/4 inch. So that's what we're going to use. And since I'm right-handed, I'm going to start on the right-hand side and work my way down. Every foot, put a screw in. I'm just going to use my impact driver. And it's a little bit hard to get started because it's heavy. It's not heavy, but you're going to kind of be trying to juggle two things. My doors are 10 feet. I've got an 8-foot ladder, so that works out pretty well. And I'll just move my ladder down as I go, so it's not going to be turned sideways on it. I'm just going to go right over the top. I don't have a tripod, so anyway, I'll bring you back as we get it screwed in. All right, here it is installed. See, about every 12 inches thereabouts, I put a screw. And I also started with it hung over just a little bit. I usually leave a little extra on here so that you can do that, and then you just trim it off at the end instead of trying to get it flush to start with. It's a lot easier just to let it hang over just maybe a 1/4 inch or so. And now when we close the door, it does add some resistance Well, it did on the other one, it don't on this one. And we'll go outside and look at it to see if it's sealed up pretty good. Maybe y'all can see. It looks like that's a whole lot better. Did a whole lot better than that other one, first one I did. But it's pretty much sealed up that whole top. Now this first one, as you can see, I just was right almost at the end, and I'm gonna have to come back and redo that one because it's only part of it's working right. So I don't understand why, but anyway, that is the way it is. So I think dropping back one's a whole lot better idea if you got a header that it will go against. So anyway, I hope this helps you out. If you're trying to do a top draft stop on one of these Janus International drum style doors, and it should be pretty much the same for any of these drum style doors. Any top draft stops are going to be similar, I would think. So if you're here for this video, I hope you consider subscribing to the channel and stay tuned for more on this Farmboy's Garage.